And hello there, Dental Nachos. Hope you are doing well. And we are going to come back here and say hello to you, Dental Nachos. Terry Brock here, and welcoming you to this special episode of Talking Tech Tips with Terry, Tuesday at 2. It is now 2 o'clock here on the Eastern Seaboard, and we're celebrating life and celebrating, hey, St. Patrick's Day. Look, I'm wearing a special shirt today. Notice this one. This is probably not the kind of shirt you would normally wear, okay? Or at least for me, I wouldn't. But I like it a lot. I like it a lot. And because it's green and it looks good, and I'm wearing it because of tomorrow, St. Patrick's Day. Yes, indeed. We're going to be celebrating St. Patrick's Day a day early here to warm it up, give you some practice on that. And we're going to do it. Oh, and by the way, I got to show you this one here. I'm going to get up and show you. This is, for a the Philadelphia Eagles, like that. Now, this is for a guy from here from Central Florida, where we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who I think did all right in the Super Bowl. Yeah, not bad. And we love the Eagles too. They're great. So anyway, we're going to have some fun. Oh, and I got it, by the way, since it's coming up next, I went and I got my hat, went out and got this, and now I've got my Irish hat and everything. And I want you to know that, as it says, I am full of shenanigans. That's right. Full of shenanigans today. And we're going to get a chance to have some fun with this. So we're going to talk to you today about an important concept. And in addition to having fun, it's going to be a real good learning experience too, because we're going to talk about a real important tool that's out there right now. Some of you might have heard of this. It's a social media tool that gives you the ability to tie into a lot of different aspects of social media, but it's using audio and doing that alone. As a matter of fact, we got some special guests here. Join us, Paul Goodman. Awesome. Look there. You like this, Paul? Yes, indeed, it is. This is Paul Goodman. We call him affectionately Dr. Nachos. And he is helping us a lot on many different things here. And putting in there Anna, Torchia, Natalia, and Roman. Anna, Torchia, and Natalia Roman. Glad to have all of you here with us today. And we're having some fun with us. Yeah, this is it. So I'm doing this. By the way, I got to tell you, I was going to mention this, but I think I will. When I was doing the promo for this, you might have seen the promo that I like to put together to tell people about this. And Gina, my partner, came in and she said, Terry, what are you doing? Where are you going to wear that? You're not going to wear that in public. I said, it's okay today. This is a day we can do it. I kind of like it. It's a nice shirt. It looks really good and everything works. And we're going to, sometimes you roll up your sleeves and get to work. Yeah, that's a way to put it. We're going to do that because I got some really good stuff for you that you're going to do it. Oh, and here Natalie says, yes, she likes it. Natalie, thank you very much. I see you got your mask on in your picture there. Yeah, loving this shirt. Yeah, it's a really good one. I like it. Shirts that I think you sent me, and they worked really well. So we found out you can send shirts from Philadelphia all the way down here in Orlando. So that's kind of a nice thing that we can do today on that and make sure that it's working just right and doing well. So thanks for those comments. And by the way, if you have a comment, please leave that for us. One thing that we're doing right now is we're going out to more than just one place. We want to get the word out and spread this for those who are in our dental community, for dentisting humans, as well as others who might be supporting the dental community, others who are interested in increasing productivity. So that's why we're doing what we're doing here. And Terry's having fun geeking out with all the tools and the technology that we have. There's a whole lot of good things. I'm using my eCam right now, so I can use that, and using some other tools as well that we have available. And look at what's available with that. Now, hang on here. We're going to go through this. This is showing me one thing here. I got to click over there. There we are, using our Restream. By the way, Restream is the tool that we're using to go out to several different Facebook groups and to go to, at the same time, Twitter, and go over to YouTube and go over to LinkedIn. We can do all of that at the same time, and not only at the same time, but also simultaneously. So it does both. It's pretty cool that we can do that. Yeah, so anyway, I have some fun with it, and Restream lets us do all that. So they are a sponsor, and we appreciate them a whole bunch, what they're doing. But we here at Dental Nachos are really dedicated to helping you. If you've seen what's available, there's some incredible opportunities for you to get involved with CE as a dentist. You need that continuing education, the CE, and we make that available to you in some really nice ways. That Supreme Nachos I really like because it gives you a package of all kinds of ways that you can learn about what's going on with technology, from a clinical training to practice management to people skills and some other things as well. Paul Goodman just impresses me as a person who's created a lot of content, and as a professional speaker, a marketing advisor, communication advisor. I see a lot of people that are doing that, and I have to say he's doing a very good job with that, putting out content, and that's something that you want to look into as well. Think about how you can put out content for your patients, put out content for people that would be aligned with you. So all of that can be really, really important. But what we're going to talk about today is this wonderful little tool here. I'm on my iPhone sharing it with you right now here, and this is called uh, it's a little tool here that's called Clubhouse. Here, I forget what that is for a moment. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to cancel this right here, and you'll see I come over here. It's got different screens on there, and it's asking me some scheduling that's there. And one of the things that we want to be aware of is when we're doing this is we make sure that we do not broadcast the audio. Now, normally, we would give you the audio on here. However, Clubhouse has a rule that you do not broadcast the audio from there without the permission of everyone in the room. And so, hey, I honor that. We here in Florida, in the state of Florida, have a law that says you cannot record something without all parties being aware of what's going on. And I think, okay, that's just a decent thing to do. Put this law aside for just a moment, and that's a good law, but I just think it's the decent thing to do. If you're going to record someone, don't do it surreptitiously. Let them know, hey, is it all right with you? So now on Clubhouse, which is what we're using here, it's an audio social media tool. It gives you the ability to use social media, but it's kind of nice because people think, hey, I don't have to get all dressed up. I don't have to be seen like you do with a Zoom call. Some people have objected to that, and I can understand. Hey, I comb my hair real well when I have to do a Zoom call. I want you to know that. But here you can see we can put a lot of things in here and do a lot. And I want to show you a way that you can get access to a real in-depth study on what this is. And by the way, one thing that would be nice, wherever you're getting this, if you're getting this on a different platform, let us know, are you using Clubhouse now? If you are, just put a yes in the chat. If you're not, put in a no. Are you using Clubhouse? Yes or no? It'd be interesting to see what's coming through. I'm watching the chat over here. We got a way to monitor that from several different levels. So I can see what's happening over on YouTube, as well as on Facebook and a couple of different groups. Over on Twitter, we can see on LinkedIn. We get a lot of feedback from the folks over on LinkedIn as well. So a lot of good things there. But I like what is happening here. By the way, I've got my iPhone here tied into Ecamm so that I can see what's available on the screen. But I want to show you some things that are available and how you can use that. But before we do that, talk to you about what it is basically. This is a tool that gives you the ability to tie into audio-only social media. That's what Clubhouse is all about. It's about you connecting with others, and it becomes really addicting because it's so nice. It's so helpful that you can listen to it while you're doing some other things. I love listening to podcasts. Maybe you do as well. Just by the way, out of curiosity, put a note in there if you listen to a podcast. Put yes podcast or no podcast. Either way, I want to hear from you if you're using those, and they can be really helpful. But the Clubhouse goes beyond that. You hear the conversation, but it's live. There's an excitement in the air, kind of like a live sporting event. Very seldom would we watch a recorded sporting event. We might watch excerpts of it, and of course a team would watch it later so they can get better. But what you want to do is have that live interaction. Well, that's what Clubhouse is like. Clubhouse gives you that ability to do a lot of those things. And Paul Goodman, Dr. Nacho, using it quite a bit as well. I asked him if he would put together a little video that I could share with you today. He is out on Tuesday dentisting, seeing patients, performing his services as a dentist, and we appreciate him for that, and I know his patients do as well. But he was kind enough to earlier today record a little video for us so that we could share that with you right now, right here.
One of the coolest new platforms that I've seen lately is Clubhouse. As Paul Dr. Nacho Goodman, a dentist, a dad, a Dr. Nacho, a broker, what I like most about Clubhouse is it's all audio. You don't even have to do your hair to participate. You can hop around to different rooms. I've learned things about business, marketing, dentisting. One thing I think that dentists could do if they wanted to share their story in their community is create a Clubhouse and just share patient stories, patient wins. Maybe make rooms like top 10 reasons why you should not be scared to go to the dentist. I see one of my friends doing something like this. I think you could be a leader in your community. You could have fun. You could get your team involved. So Clubhouse, I think, is a platform that has a lot of merit for dentists, both as clinical dentists, as business leaders, and just as leaders in their community. I highly recommend you check out Clubhouse. And if you're on there, look for me at Dr. Paul Goodman. Have a great day, guys.
So that is something you want to look into when you're on Clubhouse. Go over there and look into Dr. Paul Goodman. You'll be able to check in with him and see what's there. And matter of fact, some of the things you can do, I want to share this here with you. Let me bring me over onto the screen so we can make sure we get that in there. Oh, I know what I got to do. Got to click the. You got to always click the right buttons, and if you click the right buttons, then it works. And when you don't click the right buttons, Terry, it doesn't work for some funny reason. There we go. But I can do this. I love this because I can go woohoo! I'm out here, and big. The nerd in me likes this kind of stuff, you know. But notice what we've got here on the screen. We've got this here, and what I would like to do is I want to go to something, write this down. Dental Biz Club. Dental Biz Club is something that I have seen. I haven't joined it myself yet, but I'm planning to get over and see it. I'm going to type in dental. I'm doing this with one hand over here, my left hand at that, and I'm right-handed. Dental B-I-Z and then club. And by the way, when I typed that dental, did you see how many things came up, including our dental nachos? There we are. I'm going to type that in. So Dental Biz Club is one you want to take a look at. And it comes, oh, and I want to put over here in the clubs. So there it is. And you'll see I have those three on the screen right now. Those are available. And what I'm going to do is tap the one on the top, Dental Biz Club. And when I do that, now it lets me go in here and see what's going on. I'm not listening to it right now. We're not going to violate the terms of it. I'm going to dismiss it. I don't need that on there, but it shows me what's available, and I can see the various people that are there, the people that I could follow and work with it. And I could go in there to that community and be able to see what they're doing. I am going to follow it right now, so that'll give me some nice features that I can use and get in there and see it. Whoops, I exited there, and I want to come back here. And you'll see I can look at that and listen to some of the conversations that are going on and be able to monitor what is happening. So when you're using Clubhouse, it gives you a chance to really get much better relationships with people. You're listening to it live. And if you want to go there, you get a chance to go on stage. Well, there's a lot of things you can do with it. And I want to share with you excerpts from an interview I just had recently with an expert on Clubhouse. His name is Larry Roberts, and he knows what he's talking about. And I wanted to share some excerpts of that. I stayed up late last night getting the video done, put this together just for you so you could listen to this. Listen to what he says about some of the features that are in Clubhouse and how you can use these.
Particular club. Now, if we were to go back to the top and talk about the toolbar that Terry had pointed out, we'll start left to right. We'll go with the magnifying glass. The magnifying glass is a search icon. This allows us to search for a variety of things. We can search for people to follow on the app. We can search for clubs to follow on the app or join. We can join clubs as well. We can search for various interests that may help shape our hallway, that may help designate what rooms we see when we open the app and we get inside the hallway. Now, moving to the exactly. It's great. This is how you start structuring the algorithm so that it understands exactly what you're interested in and what rooms you may want to be a part of.
Absolutely. And by the way, notice that little message came up there from Fan Booster. These kind of things happen too. These other messages just jump in there and right in the middle. And also, if I can interrupt here for a minute, notice we see the Dental Biz Club. Now, isn't that interesting? Because we work with a lot of dentists and we see, hey, here's a room that is devoted to dentisting humans, as Paul Goodman would say. And you can maximize your dental marketing and things that are there. Baker's dozen tips. Now, this is the kind of thing, think about it, where you can go, a bunch of other dentists get together and you talk about how to build your practice and what to do. Larry, I think that's just pretty amazing.
No, it's tremendous. And when you're making these rooms, you know, it's very, very critical that you name the room very, very specific to the purpose of the room. Just like we saw there, it was dental marketing tips. All of that is SEO searchable. So make sure that you don't keyword stuff your title, but use keywords that are searchable, and more people will have the opportunity to find your room.
So very nice little tools there, and the way you can do that, and that Dental Biz Club is doing it very well. I think that there's Lori Bernardo that's doing that. I don't know her, but I like her already, and what she's doing. So if you do see this, thanks for what you're doing on there. I'm looking forward to getting involved and seeing a little bit about that. And by the way, did you notice that little note there that Brandon Hill, from us here in Dental Nachos, is there? Brandon, I hope you're doing well. A big thumbs up to you, my buddy, and hope that you are doing well these days. So Clubhouse gives you as a dentisting human being, a real wonderful opportunity to brand with people, band with them together, people that are allies, people that are fellow dentists. And hey, what about doing this for patients? Something like that. If there's something going on in your area, it could be a special time of the year, or maybe it's getting ready to go back to school and get your teeth checked, or end of the year, or something like that. Put that together. And Clubhouse lends itself to all of that very well. Again, it's a social media platform and you can get on there. By the way, there is something very important to know about. It works with iOS devices only. It does not work with Android devices right now. So I'm using my iPhone 11 right here. I've got my other phone over here, my Samsung Note 20 Ultra that I love. I can't use it on that yet. They're working on it. Hope to get it sometime soon, but they do not have that yet. So what you'll want to do is one of the things we recommend in the interview that you're going to hear, I want you to hear that full interview. Larry, really good jewels in there. And I'm going to tell you how you can get, well, matter of fact, let me just tell you how you can do that right now. You'll go over to terrybrock.com/5K. So that's the number 5 and lowercase k. That's going to give you an option to get content creation course free to you. It's got videos in there. It's got content on there, how to do that, how to create content. And that's kind of what Clubhouse is about as well. When you do that, you'll get on the mailing list if you opt in. When you opt in, get on the mailing list, you'll get a notice this coming Friday when it is released. It will be released this Friday. So we're gearing up for that right now. You want to see this and learn what is going on with that. Here's some. Larry, we're back here to the screen here. We see a little bell there with a red dot by it. What in the world does that mean?
That is your activity bell, meaning that either something has occurred, someone scheduled a room, someone has followed you, all sorts of different activities that have taken place on the app are identified at the bell with a little red dot. That just says, hey, this took place while you were away from the app.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Well, now, if I wanted to go into one of these, and again, we're not going to share the audio right now, but we could do that, or I'm going to just tap here on the Dental Biz Club. But getting back to Clubhouse, Larry, this looks like a pretty amazing piece of technology. As we step back and look at it, I'm going to come out of sharing screen mode because we've been able to see a little bit of that here, and ask you, what do you see are some of the major benefits that we entrepreneurs can tap into with this?
First and foremost, it's an opportunity to connect with others that you would never have the opportunity to connect with in any other platform. Sure, you might be friends with someone, but do you have the opportunity to get on a stage and talk to someone that maybe even you look up to or you respect or you follow as a leader in your industry, in your niche? You have that opportunity right now in Clubhouse. It's still new enough where you can get on stage and you can contribute to a room right beside the very individual that you look up to in your industry. That's the biggest and best thing that's about Clubhouse, is being able to connect people, build relationships, and establish yourself as an expert in your industry as well.
Okay, so that's real important. You're able to build those relationships and get right next to important people. Well, one, for example, Paul Goodman. He is a leader in the dental industry, talking about matters that matter to dentists. You can get to know him. And I found many people have talked about that, where many people, celebrities, will come in. It's a new tool, a new platform, and growing fast. But now's the time to jump in there. Go over to Clubhouse on an iOS. Now, if you think, oh, gee, I don't have an Apple, come on. Go over to places like eBay and start looking around for getting a used iPhone. For about $100, you could get something that will work. It's not the latest, not the best, but that'll give you access to this and can be really worth it. Sometimes you want to invest a little bit in something like that to have it. But if you do have an iPhone, I highly recommend take a look at Clubhouse and what it can do for you and the benefits that are there for it. A lot of good things there. And as I mentioned, coming up this Friday, a full interview with Larry, really detailed information. You get that free. Just go over and you register, get the 5K course, and you'll see what it is. This is what we're going to cover, a Clubhouse wow experience with Larry Roberts and me talking about that. And we're going to cover a lot of good things there. So here's what you want to do. Write this down. terrybrock.com/5K, and you'll get the first notice when it is available. And you're going to get a content creation course. It's going to be really good. We're getting a lot of folks that have bought that. We just yesterday we had a few thousand people tune in to learn about that and what is available over there on the interwebs. So we're seeing that this is really hot. You can get it right now. As I'm going to stand over here and get out of my own way. Notice I'm just beside myself Yes, indeed. Just beside myself with that. I know. You got to work with me. See what the folks at Dental Nachos have to put up with all the time? But you want to go over there and get that because there's a lot of good that are there. I'd like to hear from you. If you got a comment or a thought, please leave that in the comments below. Or, of course, you can drop me a note, terry@terrybrock.com, and that will get through, and we'll be able to stay in touch with you that way. So thanks for joining me today. Look into Clubhouse. It is a good tool that is helping a lot of dentists, a lot in the dental community, a lot in other communities too, of entrepreneurs. And I encourage you to look into it while it's still available right now in its early stages and be able to go from there. I'm Terry Brock. Thanks for being here today.